here I am today with an interesting yet common topic. Can you guess what it is? You are talking, you're enjoying the conversation, and in the middle, you forgot a word. Then how are you going to say the word? The first thing I would say is to pause. This one could also be something that can save you using gestures. Like gestures, that's so fun. Like I personally love this. By the way, did you focus something? I was describing gestures like this, that, like how to drink space, but I was also trying to use some words, right? I mean, say it in a different way. That's another one. That's the third one. Like you can use other words to describe one situation. If you are in a situation where you have to talk about something, but you know other words or other ways to talk about that, but you do not know the exact word, that also happens. Like if we are talking about situations when you know other words to support that one word, but you do not know one word to describe that situation, that's also a cool idea. So, first one was pausing, like you know something and you're trying to remember. The second was gestures, like you do not know something, okay? So you're trying to do some gestures so that others might help you. And third was using other words to support one word. Like there are so many ways in this world that we can express our ideas, so why just stick to one, right? Now you might have a question. What if I do not know the word? What if? What if? What if? What if I do not know the word? I also answered this here. If you do not know, just use gestures, or what I do is asking. Simply ask. Ask people. Like I just don't understand that why people, think so strictly that I have to be perfect. I have to use everything. I have to know everything. The truth is you can never know everything. Just understand this fact. Now you're listening to me. Maybe you're thinking, okay, my English is good, so maybe this girl can say anything, or she does not forget anything, or she knows every word. Then you're totally wrong. Like you're wrong, wrong, wrong. I forget so many times I cannot even tell you. I forget so many times I cannot tell you. Like whenever I am talking, I am discussing, then I would forget. And my reason of forgetting is something very funny. So what happens with me is when I am talking about something, then I have some points, of course, because we were talking and we know what we are going to talk next. So I have some points, and under that point, I have some sectors, and under those sectors, I have some subsectors. So they're like everything stored in my brain, and when I touch one sector, I forget which sector I'm talking about. So, does this happen with you? I mean, এখানে আমি বলার চেষ্টা করছি এতগুলো জিনিস আমি চিন্তা করে রাখি আমি বলবো, সো বলার সময় একটা বলতে গিয়ে আমি ভুলে যাই আমি কোনটা বলছি আর এরপরে কোনটা কানেক্টেড ছিল। সো ইটস লাইক জগা খিচুড়ি টাইপের, সবকিছু একসাথে হয়ে যায়। সো ইন দোজ কেসেস হোয়াট আই হ্যাভ টু ডু ইজ I can ask, hey, what I was talking about. That's one easy trick. Just ask the person, hey, what was I talking about? As I was trying to be realistic, I was thinking, what do I do in those situations? Like before making the video, I was thinking, what do I do in those situations? And when I thought about me, I got the easy answers. Like I would do all those things like pausing, gestures. By the way, let me ask something. If I am on call, like I'm over call, so I'm talking to someone, hey, what's up, this, that, then I cannot do gestures. Like that's pretty, understandable. How can I do gestures? Because the person is not watching me or seeing me. So what I can do is I can directly ask, hey, what was the point I was talking about? And sometimes it's not just word we forget, maybe a sentence, maybe the topic, because that happens with me. And I'm pretty sure that's common and that happens to almost everyone. Because we are human beings, okay? We are not perfect. So what I would do is I would ask what I was talking about. And second, if I forget a word, I would say, can you say what I do in those cases? Like, as I was saying, waterfalling. I'm saying that we drink from distance, like we don't touch like our mouth, like the bottle. Are you understanding? So the person would say waterfalling. And then I would say, okay, yeah. So that's how our conversation would be continued. So why are you getting pressurized? It's real world. Who said you have to be perfect? Who said you have to know every single thing? Because as we are human beings, we cannot know every single things. Of course, as it's not even our first language. It's a second language, right? Or I don't know about who's listening, but for me, it's my second language, right? My first language is Bangla, Bengali, or mother tongue. এতক্ষণ যা বলছি আপনারা কি বুঝতে পারছেন? বুঝতে কি অসুবিধা হচ্ছে? হলে আমাকে কমেন্ট করে জানাবেন। আর কোথাও যদি সমস্যা থাকে বা আপনি যদি আরো কোনো সমস্যায় পড়েন ইংরেজি বলার ক্ষেত্রে, নির্দ্বিধায়, okay, be free. As I was saying, যে আমরা human beings, it's pretty normal for us to make mistakes. So we have to celebrate our mistakes because mistakes show us that we are learning something. Okay? So আমি যে পয়েন্টগুলো বলার চেষ্টা করেছি, I hope you have noted it down. Or if not, then I hope you remember those things that what I'm saying. Don't just listen, okay? Be focused. Be into this. Lastly, what I would say is my stories. My stories, right? So I have one interesting story. By the way, I have said some stories in the middle. As I was saying, I call, how do I say? But here's something that's funny, and I did not tell you about this. So whoever is here wishes to listen to my story, stay here. Other than that, my purpose of the video is done. So if you want, you can go, you can enjoy your time, you can spend your time. And whoever wishes to listen, you can stay here. One day I was reciting Quran, okay? And there's a harf, like there's a letter, you say, ghain, okay? Ghain. So I was reading Quran and I was using those as like pretty natural, pretty simple. And after that, for some reason, I was talking to myself in English because I self-practice a lot. Like I talk to myself and I love talking to myself. And now you won't imagine how I pronounced G here. Ghain. And right now I have to pronounce a word that has G in it. And the word is obligatory. Obligatory. Like something what you have to do. Like praying, like in Islam, praying is obligatory 5 times. It's obligatory to pray 5 times. So now what happened is I was using the word and I said obligatory. And I was like laughing. I was like, what? Seriously? What are you doing? I did not even realize that I was saying this. For some reason, I had to use this word and I was saying obligatory and I was laughing. It does not mean that I do not know how to pronounce obligatory or I do not know the word or the pronunciation. But what happened was I was so much into this, like I mixed two. The two I mixed and I was saying obligatory. So this is something funny and I hope you can also talk about your stories, which are also fun. The purpose for me to share this was we all make mistakes. Sometimes it happens that you do not know something and sometimes you know something, still you make mistake. So there is nothing we have to make a big deal out of it. It's pretty normal and then we have to use it just as it is. Okay? So I'm just trying to be as relatable as possible. I'm trying to show you that I also make mistakes. Like amaro bhul hoy. বা আমারও আমি অনেক জিনিস জানি কিন্তু ভুল করি, এটা অনেক নর্মাল, রাইট? আমরা কোনো জিনিস জানতে পারি এবং ভুল করতে পারি। যেমন obligatory, আমি জানতাম pronunciation obligatory and জানি বলেই আমি হাসছিলাম, right? I was laughing because I know that this is not the pronunciation. If I did not know, I would not be laughing. So simple. So এটাই, আপনারা এভাবে রিয়েলিস্টিক ওয়েতে প্র্যাকটিস করার চেষ্টা করেন, রিয়েলিস্টিক ওয়েতে ভুল করার চেষ্টা করেন, এন্ড ভুল থেকে শিক্ষা নেওয়ার চেষ্টা করেন, ওইটাও রিয়েলিস্টিক ওয়েতে চেষ্টা করেন। Okay? I hope you enjoyed this, and I tried to, as I said, I tried to make it impactful and useful, so I did not say more. I just stick to some random things that I personally do apply in my life. So yeah, I just hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have enjoyed it, and if you have any more questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you so much for watching.